Oh, it's hot. It's so hot. It's like 35 Celsius today, which is like upper 90s American. I don't even know what that is, but it's hot. I need to get to the other side of the street because there's a shade over there. You can see all the people are trying to walk by the side to stay in the shade and out of the sun. And hey, New York. Bonjour, bonsoir. Ça va? Ugh. This is where my Bitcoin company is. This is where I buy Bitcoins. Just up there on the 14th floor, they sell Bitcoins for cash. But not today. Don't need to buy one today. It is hot. We're on Hennessy Road in Wan Chai, Hong Kong, making our way across the city. I don't really have a destination in mind, except the bird. I might go up to the peak. Maybe I should just go up to the peak. It's going to be a lot cooler up there. I just had a big bowl of pho. Had lunch with Zora the Explorer's husband, actually. Hey, Frank, thanks for that. We are cutting across the city. And we just missed that light. Something air conditioned. Yeah, I know that sidewalk sucks. It's cooler up on the peak than it is down here by a few degrees, but even up there it's probably 29, 30 degrees. We have no typhoons. That's the problem. The Pacific right now is just devoid of typhoon activity. So we're not really getting a lot of wind moving around stuff. The air is just sort of hanging over the city. This is our 10th day over 90 degrees, which is actually a record. No, it's against the law to eat dogs here. Unlike America, where you can eat your pets in 43 states, here it's against the law. Yeah, no breeze. That's why I'm a very popular seller of these portable fans. You see right there, everybody's buying portable fans and they're walking around. See, this guy's got one right in front of me. He's just fanning himself. No typhoons is good because, well, there's no rain, but it's bad in that the air is just stuck. The air is just stuck. Oh, let's see what's going on. $29 million in the horsies. This is an off-track betting. Horse racing is a multi-billion-dollar industry. In fact, if you look at this month's Bloomberg, there's a story about a guy who cracked the Hong Kong horse racing system and made $1 billion profit in gambling. $1 billion betting on the ponies here in Hong Kong. Absolutely insane. He turned horse racing into a massive data analytics game and was able to crack the system. Someone passed out hiking, I don't know where. So there you go. I always tell you guys, Russian models. She's taller than me. She's probably about 5'11", and she probably is a size -2, blue-eyed, blonde hair. Russian models, they're everywhere here in Hong Kong. Oh, the air conditioning is coming off these buildings. It feels so good. Ooh. Still kind of hungry. Hong Kong Airlines. They're good and bad. I mean, they fly a lot to China, Hong Kong Airlines, and they fly around Asia a lot. They just started adding long-haul flights, and they're kind of a discount carrier. You can save some money. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. So, I mean, listen, if you're going to take a 12 to 14-hour flight to America, or to Hong Kong, bring your own food. Have I ever used a non-Western toilet? You mean like a squat toilet? Yes. But I pretty much purged all memory of that experience from my brain because it was that scary. But yeah, there are times where you have to use a squat toilet. Very rare. I mean, probably like on 2 occasions. I I've had to use a squat toilet. It's pretty nasty. You take what on the plane? I'm sorry. You take chances with China Airlines. Hong Kong Airlines, Hong Kong Airlines. I mean, they're all kind of fly-by-nighty. I mean, you're not going to die, I don't think. But you're not going to have maybe the same level of service. They recommended you as a friend you may know. It is spooky. You've been Googling me or something. Well, probably because some of the people you know maybe follow me or something. Yeah, they did get some new planes. Oh. Okay, whoa, we're on the shade side. Much cooler on this side. Here they are. Nobody cares about Hillary Clinton. Why would they care about Hillary Clinton? Why would they even care about Trump? Mr. Fresh Soup. This is a new place. Mr. Fresh Soup. So here's the Rainbow Building. I show you this guy's all the time. I love this one. It's extremely hot in Guangzhou. Yeah, it's actually hotter in Guangzhou and Shenzhen because we have more winds off the ocean. So we have somewhat of a cooling effect. But up there, it's just all cement. So Shenzhen, Guangzhou, quite a bit warmer. The Bitcoin machine is in Canada. So it's heating up Canada right now. Ooh. Big Sesame Street t-shirts. Have I had McDonald's delivered to the house? Yes, it sucked actually. The French fries were cold and the soda was watered down because it took so long for them to get to my house. So I don't normally get McDonald's delivered to the house, especially because it's only like a 5-minute walk to the nearest McDonald's. Oh, this is a long light. I just had a big bowl of pho, Vietnamese noodles, so I'm not really sure if I need to eat. Venezuela has cheap electricity, yeah, but your miners would get stolen at customs. They would steal it and resell it. I'm gonna jaywalk. It's too damn hot. Come on, one more. Oh man. You know what really sucks in the summer? Taking a blast of diesel exhaust right in the face. Which is what that truck did. That truck. Oh, that's a new Nike store. Are you scared of North Korea? No, of course not. Hong Kong is one of the safest cities in the world, and it's one of the least terrorist target cities in the world. Nobody hates us. Nobody really cares about us. In fact, most of the North Koreans make money from Hong Kong because all their illegal companies are set up in Hong Kong. So North Korea doesn't threaten us. In fact, they like Hong Kong. So you know what's back here is there's pan-fried buns are back here. Those Shanghainese pan-fried buns, they've got a branch over here. Tempting. Subway are air conditioned, yes. The trams are not. The buses are air conditioned. All these people lined up for soup. That's mental. I wouldn't line up for soup. Even thought, do I have a Tesla? No, I do not. The Tesla has a very wide wheelbase. Yes, there are 10,000 Teslas in Hong Kong, but many of them have side damage because the roads here are very narrow and the Tesla is very wide. So I have a big minivan. You like turtle soup? I like turtles. So this is a hardware street. These are all the contractors picking up hardware supplies. And over here is the pan-fried bun man. Let's see what they got cooking right now. Oh yeah, oh yeah. nowhere good. I went to a place called Fun today, F-U-H-N, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as like real Vietnamese food. Whoa. Speaking of fun, why does my wife love me? Because I make her laugh. No, those buns are not very much. You're French. Bonsoir. Bonjour. Who am I? I am Penguin 6. I live here in Hong Kong with a wife and 2 kids. I have a very ordinary life in a very extraordinary city. And I spend my days walking around, exercising, showing you my city. I'm kind of thinking about Shake Shack, to be honest. The only reason I'm thinking about Shake Shack is that right now, what time is it? It's like 2 in the afternoon. It's 2:30. I can't possibly imagine there's a line. Do you think we should take the subway? Or should we, I do have a good life. Do I speak French? Not much. I speak bad French. So, should we take the subway? Or should we just walk? We'll say it's air conditioned right here, so I'm pausing there for a minute. This is the computer market. Yeah, this is Wan Chai. Just over there is Lockhart Road. Lockhart Road is kind of a red light neighborhood at nighttime. Why do I live in the States? Because I have a better life here. It's safer here. It's more international. It's easier to live here. My life is more convenient here. Getting around, doing things, it's just easier. That doesn't mean we're not going to move back to the States. We're going to move back to the States pretty soon, but it is very expensive here. Nah. I have a very simple life. I'm surrounded by people of a similar background to mine, international. My children are mixed race. They fit in here more than they fit in pretty much anywhere in the world. It's not forbidden. In fact, if you look around, you can find people smoking, but not a lot. Kids love me because I'm a cool dad. I'm the one they turn to when they need a sympathetic ear, and I'm the one they listen to when they need someone to tell them what not to do. Here he is again, the psycho killer who makes mattresses. This guy's under your bed right now. Look at that. You want to buy a mattress from this guy? That guy's under your bed. He's thinking, are you sleeping? Are you sleeping in my mattress? I'm underneath the bed, and I'm going to come out and get you. Ooh. God, that's so freaking creepy. It's the creepiest ad for... Who the hell put... It's like, imagine a marketing guy says, hey, let's put this guy's face on the side of the bus because it'll encourage people to sleep on a mattress. Steve Jobs, I thought it was Freddy Krueger. That guy's like freaky as hell. He's all over the place. There are tons of buses with his picture. So we'll find another one. Shark Week. Oh no, that's not Shark Week. That's Don't Eat Shark. I'm in Hong Kong. I am on Hennessy Road at, what's this cross street? Hennessy and Fenwick. Hennessy and Luard, I think. 287 Hennessy Road in Hong Kong, on Hong Kong Island. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Oh, time to splice the cables. Wow. Those mom and pop places bought their property 50 years ago, all right, when people were basically giving away the things. So you still see these mom and pop places that have been family run for generations surviving next to places that are paying god-awful amounts of money in rent. Oh, those are pigeons. Are those pigeons? I don't know what the hell those are. Pigeons or chickens. They're really small chickens. I think they were pigeons. So most of the bars on this street cater to old British expats, like guys who moved over here in the 80s or 70s. Wan Chai Stadium, that's a sports bar. That's new. Privet Russia. Sorry, I don't speak Russian. It's about 2:30, so it's after lunchtime. I'm thinking about getting a second lunch. But really, I just need to exercise. I'm going to see who's in this pub. Nobody I know. They're not there. Answer you, what did you say? Sorry. Hey, South Australia. Sometimes I don't see your comments. Sometimes Periscope limits it, and sometimes I'm busy crossing the street. Why isn't Hong Kong a country? Because it's part of China. Hong Kong is part of the People's Republic of China, and there is no way in hell the PRC will make Hong Kong a private country. It'd be very difficult to sustain. We have no agriculture here. We have no water. We don't have enough water for the people to drink. We have to rely on imported water from China and imported food from the rest of the world. October is a great month. Well, this city, why does it have a flag? Most major cities have a flag. The city of New York has a flag. Los Angeles has a flag and a seal. Washington, D.C. has a flag and a seal. Well, Washington, D.C. is kind of a territory. Washington, D.C. is kind of a lot like Hong Kong. With less independence. Hong Kong has its own government and its own legal system, slightly outside the existing communist system, but basically controlled by. I'm going to go after this guy. I don't know what that place is. Oh man, it's getting hotter and hotter. I hope this escalator works. God dang it. No, it doesn't work. That's buckets. Well, Hong Kong is still an entity in some international things. For example, the FA, the Football Association, FIFA. Hong Kong has its own flag. Hong Kong has its own Olympics team. Hong Kong has its own seat in the World Health Organization. But Puerto Rico has that too. Puerto Rico has its own Olympic team. But there are no embassies here in Hong Kong. It's not really a commonwealth. It's just a special administrative region. That's the official title, which means administratively Hong Kong is different. Skyscrapers are everywhere. Yeah, we have more skyscrapers than any other city. Today is about 35 Celsius. Jack Ma is, he just bought a big house here for about $200 million. The speed limit right now is whatever. On a normal, I think at that part it's about 70 kilometers an hour. So what's that, about 40 miles an hour? But when you get, yeah, it's about 40 to 50 miles an hour. No, the only thing you can have here are consulates. Consulates are diplomatic outposts that handle consular affairs, passports, visas, economic issues, but all political issues are are part of the embassies, and those must be in a city capital. There are no embassies in Hong Kong. Jack Ma cares about me if I buy something from his company. That's about it. Ugh. Indonesia. There are a lot of Indonesian domestic helpers here in Hong Kong. You know what? Damn, it's so hot. I'm thinking of skipping around the back entrance. It's hard to see your comments when it's this sunny. Like right now, I didn't know. That's pretty interesting. Okay, see, I can just barely read that because it's so damn sunny. I'm going to have to go into the shade. Well, this is not a capital, so you don't have embassies in non-capital cities. The capital of China is Beijing. Thus, our embassy is in Beijing. Is it worth it to hassle for U.S. tourists to get a visa to go to Shenzhen? Depends what you're going to do up there. If you're just going to sightsee for a day, it's actually quite expensive. Hong Kong doesn't give a crap about Trump. Trump doesn't make anybody money. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I know that's hard for a lot of people to accept who live and breathe network news 24/7, but nobody gives a nobody cares. The tram trip to the IKEA. Oh yeah, that was the other day. I went to IKEA to buy my son a sheet for his toga party. This reminds me, I gotta buy him some other stuff today. I have to buy him a safety pin. I don't know where the hell to buy a safety pin. I know where to buy a safety pin, but it's on the other side of town. It's hot as hell to get there. Oh. So this is the long, slow, arduous walk to Shake Shack, where I have no doubt there's going to be a huge frickin' line, in which case I probably won't go to Shake Shack. McDonald's Gourmet is right over here. I could go to the Gourmet McDonald's. Toga, how hot is it? 90 in Arizona? Yeah, it's hotter than that. There he is again, the psycho killer. He's following me. I told you, he's everywhere. It's 35 Celsius. I really can't do the math right now. All right, let's cheat. Let's do the math. How do you do the math to convert? You type it into Google, 35C to F. It's 95 Fahrenheit. 95 Fahrenheit and about a bajillion% humidity. That's an actual scientific term to describe humidity levels more than, say, 100%. We say a bajillion. So we have like a bajillion% humidity, and it's 95 Fahrenheit. I'm doing all right. Yeah, it is like Florida. We're actually on the same latitude as Cozumel, Mexico, and Havana, Cuba. Actually, I looked it up. We're actually pretty much on the same latitude as Hawaii. I was looking at that the other day. Hong Kong and Hawaii are very close. Yeah, there's DC numbers. Yeah, nobody cares about ZTE. ZTE was like the third or fourth place tech company. It's like saying, you know, he's costing a lot of money for Oldsmobile, you know. It's like, oh yeah. Is it the hottest month? No. Hong Kong is one of the richest countries in the world per capita. The gross domestic product per capita is higher than that of Germany or Japan. However, most of the wealth is concentrated with an elite. The Gini coefficient of economic inequality is the highest in the developed world here in Hong Kong. There is more liquid wealth here than most major U.S. cities. There are more billionaires here than every U.S. city except New York. And in fact, there may be more than there are in New York because people here are much better at hiding their wealth than they are in America. I do not speak Chinese. I speak English and bad Chinese. English is the official language of Hong Kong, as is Chinese. Hong Kong is the dangerous cities in Asia. That I would find hard to believe that the New York Times reported that Hong Kong is one of the safest cities in the world. I've probably made up. We had 24 murders last year for 7.4 million people. Bangkok, in contrast, has far more murders from Manila. I don't speak Hakka. My wife speaks a little bit of Hakka because she grew up in the southern coast of China. So she does understand a little Hakka, but she doesn't speak it as a normal thing. I'm looking for a fine man in Hong Kong. Well, you're looking in the wrong place. There are 4 women for every 3 men here in Hong Kong. There are 4 single women for every 3 single men in Hong Kong at age 20 to 30. It's a mathematical fact, and as a result, it is very, very difficult to find a man if you are a single woman in Hong Kong. It's right, it is one of the worst cities in the world to be a single man. You can get a job here. The question is, can you get a visa? You need a job that is not going to be like a banker job or an engineer or medicine or, you know, something that will get you a visa. You're not going to get a job here as a plumber or selling shoes at a Nike outlet or something like that. But if you're into an advanced field or you have some advanced degrees or experience, yes, you can get a visa and you can get a job. Now, getting a job is only half the battle because it's so damn expensive to live here. Have they noticed more in infringement? It's very slight, but there is an encroachment going on. The average family in my son's international school spends $11,500 US a month on rent. It's for a 3-bedroom apartment. Can you work as a freelance journalist? You could, but you would need a visa. Jonathan J.K. occasionally does some journalism stuff, but he has a visa here to teach English. That's the job that he came over to. So if you get a job as an English teacher, you could do some freelance journalism on the side. Won't pay very well, though, because you're up against scads of locals. Most of the newsworthy events here in Hong Kong take place in Cantonese. There are a few major stories that come out of here in English, but most of those are covered by the big boys, New York Times, BBC, CNN. They all have bureaus here. So as a freelance English-speaking journalist, your market would be rather limited. I am not a journalist. Do I like KTV? No, I don't like karaoke. We could live, it's complicated, you know. Actually, going back to the United States, private schools are more expensive in the United States. My private school here is $25,000 US per kid. The private school we're considering in the US once was $50,000 US per kid. And rents in the big cities in the US is actually quite expensive. So while our apartment would drop in price, it would be eaten up by the cost of private school. Are there American celebrities that live here? No. Long walk, I walk long time every day. I mean, there are some Chinese American celebrities, Chow Yun-fat, Jackie Chan, etc., but they're nobody you've probably heard of. 50,000 US, yeah, per kid. That's what the American schools are costing. Oh man, it is killing me. $11,000 US a month for a 3-bedroom apartment. Yes, I actually have a 3-bedroom apartment, but it only costs $8,500 a month. I have a bargain. I have the cheapest apartment in my entire neighborhood. You can live cheaper, but it's difficult to live for under $2,000 or $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month on the island is going to get you a studio. Add to that the price of certain things, like a gallon of milk can run $14. Gallon of gas, $8. Luxury cars pay 115% tax. Oh crap. Shit. So guys, I need to go to that building. The problem is the walk here is all cement and it's hot as hell. It's hot this way too, but I'm going to be by the water, I think. So I'm going to take the longer way, but I think I'll be a little cooler because it's by the water and there's some grass. That way I'd be filmed by about 600 cameras. That's the People's Liberation Army there. That building right there in this foreground, that's the Red Army, the Communist People Liberation Army garrison. So there's combat troops stationed there to protect Hong Kong from foreign invaders. No kidding. The milk is How many huge SUVs? Not a lot. Mostly huge minivans. I'm going to stay hydrated. Is Macau the same currency as Hong Kong? No, they have Macau pesos. But they basically exchange about the same rate as the Hong Kong dollar. In fact, the casinos take Hong Kong dollars. Are there bordellos in Hong Kong? It's legal here in Hong Kong. So there are plenty of places you can go. Bruce Lee statue's on the but it's been temporarily moved to a rooftop while they renovate that walkway over there. Temperature here is 95 Celsius. It's 35 Fahrenheit. It's actually quite a bit warmer because the air is not even moving. There's no breeze right now. And speaking of Macau, there's a helicopter coming in from Macau right over there. Can a rich American man pay a girl? Of course. Hong Kong 141. Go over to Google and type this. Hong Kong and then the number 141. All right? That's all you need to know. That'll give you reviews, prices, and photographs, especially for you guys sitting in bed late at night. That's where they advertise. Hong Kong 141. God, it's hot. They're in a bikini. Guys, it's really hard to see your comments right now. I'm going to have to maybe pull up this other phone. I literally cannot. I think it's because that phone is set. Hang on, I'm going to come into the scope so I can see the comments. There I am. Okay. So this other phone has got an adaptive screen, so it goes dark and light. This phone that's in my hand, see, I got my second phone going now. My second phone has a brighter screen because I don't have it turned up that way. If it's so hot, why walk? Because it's hot, because I can exercise and lose weight. It's a good thing. There's the peak, that mountain in the background. I am slim, but I did gain a little bit of weight the last few months. I ate a lot of stress lately. So I need to lose about 5 pounds. Get back to where I want to be. The tallest building on Hong Kong Island is directly in front of us. That's the IFC Tower. But the tallest building in Hong Kong is on the other side. That's the ICC Tower. You can just see it in the distance behind this thing. Whew. Yeah, I need to work it off. Burn it off. 800 Hong Kong is 100 US. The exchange rate is basically 8 to 1. I mean, technically it's 7.8 something, but it's basically 8 to 1. Is it different from fast food and Chinese fast food? Yeah, I mean, American fast food is usually more calorie dense. Chinese fast food also has a lot of vegetables, but they both have a lot of fried stuff. There's a lot of fried chicken and other fried things here. I love frying stuff. Okay. How can I minimize my time in the sun? This is the hottest part. There's a bunch of cops coming. So police headquarters is just behind me, and at lunchtime, a lot of policemen come out here and jog. And these guys you see coming towards us, they're all cops. They're all really built. They all have the same stupid haircut. And this is a group of cops. There are not a lot of fat people here. Everybody walks. Everybody walks. There's a, in New York City, the average person's about 7 pounds lighter than in Hong Kong. Tinder, they have Chinese versions of Tinder like Scout, S-K-O-U-T, and WeChat. WeChat, which is sort of the WhatsApp of China, it has a who's nearby function. So if you download WeChat in America and click who's nearby, you can find people in your area who would like to chat with you. No, donuts are not very popular here. There's only a couple donut shops here. It's very difficult to get good donuts. I said there are some fat cops. I've seen some fat cops. Now, if I remember, I think I can cut under the Ferris wheel and save myself a little bit of walking. God, this guy's sitting in front of a parabolic mirror. That's not really the smartest thing. There's a drone over Hong Kong right now. Who is it? Jonathan J.K.? Let me see who's droning, if it's a guy I know. No? Let's go to the map. Oh, the map won't have it. I can't see it. I was flying my drone the other day. That was me. So if you watch the drone sunset or the drone night video, that was me the other day. That was about 2 days ago. I don't think I would do that today, though. Oh my God. I do need more trees. Just land is so valuable. I did one in the daytime. I've droned a couple of times. Jonathan J.K. was testing a new drone feature the other day. I'm going to be testing some new software later today that lets me Periscope from my desktop. Do Chinese people care more about the health? Any bombs? They found a bomb about 10 days ago. World War II bomb. In Chinese, yeah, health is a big concern of people here. They don't treat themselves very well. I mean, they eat like crap and they don't always exercise, but they do go to the doctor regularly. Healthcare is free here in Hong Kong. Hello, London. Welcome to what used to be part of Greater Metropolitan London, Hong Kong. Yes, administratively, we were administered by the Greater London Council. Where's my drone? It's at home. When I fly, though, I'm up flying over that mountain. You guys saw the drone the other night as we flew over the city at sunset. You had over 1,000 replay views showing women in your thumbnail. Yeah, that's kind of clickbait. I ended the scope showing a picture of 3 women, and of course, thousands of guys came into the video. You can raise your video views 50% if you show a woman for more than 10 seconds and get that as your thumbnail, especially if it's a bikini. Medicine cheaper? Well, medicine's always this. In the U.S., they just charge more. Here in Hong Kong, they basically make them an offer you can't refuse. If you want to sell your medicine in this city, you will sell it to the government for this price, or else. So that's the massive power of public healthcare systems when it comes to buying medicine. Okay, so we're still jaywalking here. Most of the lights here are across the box. You don't have to go left and then right. They close the whole intersection for pedestrians, which is nice. How's my haircut? You know, I go to a really high-end place where a girl gives me a massage and whispers and feeds me grapes while wearing a toga. So my haircut's pretty expensive. No, I'm kidding. It's the same price as the U.S. I go to a beauty parlor place. Oh, they're fine dining. Yeah, they're yeah, are you kidding? It's actually some of the best dining restaurants here in Hong Kong in the world. I can't remember the name of this new software. It's really cool though. Innis, E-N-N-I-S or something like that. Thank you. Oh, gotta go upstairs. That one's working. Love this one. Oh God, it's air conditioned. I don't go to a spa. Do I like green iced tea? No, I don't. I don't really like tea. Tea is like flavored water. All right, I'm in air conditioning right now. I'm happy. Whew. So we're in the IFC building. This is about 100 stories of bankers, and leads into a shopping mall. We show the software I'm testing. God, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, maybe I can find the name of it. It's kind of cool. It does overlays. It does. It's hot. Not here. It's really cool in here. Let me see if I find the name here of that software. No, that's not it. Ecamm, E-C-A-M-M. And it's called Ecamm Live, E-C-A-M-M Live, Ecamm Live. Yeah, you can scope from. You don't need. Yeah, this is much more. It's expensive. It's like $80 US, one-time purchase, but it's kind of like a much more elegant version of OBS. Ecamm Live, E-C-A-M-M Live. Yeah, here it's big business, big money. This mall has stores that I've only seen in Vogue magazine. Oh, God, it's hot. So we're heading upstairs. up to Shake Shack, see how crowded it is. I got a bad feeling it's going to be really crowded. Well, I could go to the French Burger Place. Whoa. This is where all the trendy girls are right now, Shake Shack. But even though it's, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. If I had DJI Mavic Pro, I like football, American weather. There's no Chipotle here. I like American and European football. Hello. And moment of truth. The line. There is no line. At least not out the door kind of line. There's a line inside. Is your email on your YouTube video? You want to write to you about the app I found? Just send me a direct message at Penguin6. I accept direct messages on Twitter from everyone. So Twitter me at Penguin6. Or I think you could just email me at me@penguin6.com. Me@penguin6.com. I will get it. Chipotle, no, because they don't really like Mexican food here. It's not very popular. Most Chinese find Mexican food dry. Ugh. It's about a 15-minute line. But I could go for a burger. So guys, I tell you what, I'm going to sign off for now. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to follow.